Hello and welcome to the Bobby Moore Stand. It's Sunday night. There's no bloody football until tomorrow, but we do have a lot to discuss on the show tonight. Do we really need to sell Summerville and or Fernandes? Pep Guardiola is banned from the touchline for getting 6 yellow cards. Good. Potts says the beast, Magassa, should start against Brentford. After seeing me on Sky Sports, Daniel Farker says 38 points is the safety zone. And finally, we look at the race to Lincoln City, which is between us, Spurs, Leeds and Forest.
That's what it's called now, is it? The race to Lincoln City.
My new title. So before we go there, how you doing, Chris?
A little bit under the weather, actually, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. So it may require a late fitness test for me tomorrow before the game to see whether or not I'll make it. But
yeah,
if Fred's got anything to say about it, you know, he'll drag me there. Even if I was half dead, he'd still take me. So I'll be there. But
bloody right,
I'll live. I'll live, mate.
I don't even know why you bother saying stuff like that, because you know you're going to be there, right? You know.
I know. It's pointless. It's pointless, really. It's your last game. It's last game from your final ban, isn't it? As well,
it is my last game banned, and I'm going out tomorrow night to see someone that Lily wants to see. Don't know the name. It's in the O2. I should find out. I know it cost me a fortune. Hey, there you go.
Modern music, I take it, yeah.
I don't know, but I have VIP parking down the side of the XL Centre. So no, not the XL Centre. It's fucking over in Greenwich, the thingy one, the O2. Right?
Yeah.
So basically, the VIP thing, you basically get a quick way in and a quick way out and a quick exit onto the A2. So I heard.
So not only do you do the prawn sandwiches at football, you also do the prawn sandwich lounge at gigs as well.
I booked it at the same time because someone had just been there and they told me it was brilliant. So I'm expecting it to be brilliant, right?
Yeah.
There we go. So good evening, everyone at home in the chat. Evening, Claire, head of security. And before we start, please subscribe to the channel on YouTube or Spotify or wherever you get us. Hit the bell notification icon. Most important, Paul reminded me earlier to get notified of new shows. Hit like, and of course, hype. Do you know what that is yet, Chris?
I was teaching you the other day what it is. I think I know what it is. You know, it's a bit like a league table. I said, right? You just accumulate as many points as you can. You know, a bit like West Ham, really, and see, you know, and then suddenly your video gets pushed out to a wide audience. I think that's ultimately what it is.
I don't remember you explaining it to me. I must have gone to my happy place while you were talking, I reckon.
You probably were thinking about Mavropanos deep in thought whilst I was mentioning that. I would have thought, yeah,
probably was. Before we get into the meat of the show, there's a call to action, an urgent call to action around the protest tomorrow night, because it's been very successful lately. Have you seen the beautiful red card displays? You see them? Chris features on his vlog every week. Well, they need help tomorrow. It's a big task. There's a big stack of red cards over at the supporters club. Any of you that can possibly lend a hand and can divert to the supporters club before you go to the ground, please do. Grab a handful of cards, go into the ground, give them out. As many people as possible. Nobody will be turned away. There are red cards for everyone, right? So please, if you would do that, it'd be massively appreciated. All right. It's been the away red card protests are bloody brilliant, aren't they, Chris?
Amazing, mate. You know, obviously I was at Fulham this week, and it was fantastic, mate. It feels like it's getting better and better, actually, for the away games in particular. You don't really see many people that don't have a red card or holding something that kind of, you know, says BS out, or I think I even saw some ones with SB out, right? They're all over the place now. You've got white cards, red cards, banners, flags, the lot, mate. So yeah, it's awesome. You know, it's awesome, but it's not just about the cards and all that kind of stuff as well. It's the chants and the songs that are coming out now, and there's a lot. And I mean, we could have an album for David Sullivan specifically. I'm not going to go into detail, but yeah, there could be an album for him, couldn't there, right now?
Yeah, there could be. Right, okay. So firstly, as well, just clearing out all the housekeeping up front. Huge thanks to those of you that have already joined as a member. As a member, you are a trusted member of the community, and we'll ensure you're going to get value for that. Absolutely, you will get value. I've explained it to one person who joined, and the list just goes on. So apart from getting a lot of member-only content, not fit for the big wide world, one of which I'm going to record straight after this show, and I'll release it as soon as I possibly. In fact, I'm going to do a live straight after this show. It's not going to be a huge audience, but I don't care. I'm just going to do it. And if you join, you'll be able to see it. It's quite controversial. You'll get a bunch of new features. I'm calling it the West Ham Toy Box. And depending on your level, depends how many toys you get and how much access to that toy box. It's bloody good. What do you think of the toy box, Chris? I don't want to go public on what's in it, on what's in the toy box, what toys are. In the list, didn't you?
Yeah, it's awesome, mate. It's really good. I'm not going to surprise her. I think I'm just going to. I won't say anything at this moment in time, but it's very good. No. Very, very, very good, actually. And I think it will only get better and better. So, yeah, well, I don't think I know it will do. So,
because me and you are like that. We just come up with new fucking ideas all the time. Can't sleep for ideas.
Get bored, and then we have to keep moving on, and again, and again, and again. Exactly. We don't sleep either, pretty much, right? We stay up till typically about 3 or 4 o'clock every morning, don't we? Really?
We do. So
we don't live together, mind you. Just to clarify, we do. We sleep in different houses in bed. Just in case anyone was questioning that.
It's actually quite good last thing at night, and it going down the respective sheds and recording the show. And we're doing quite a lot more of that because we're going to be starting to get more regular content out. Well, this is a regular show on a Sunday night that we do, but other than that, it's a bit ad hoc as we go through, depending on the games. But we're going to start sticking to a bit of a schedule, and that means late nights in the shed, romantic late nights in the shed, Chris. Well, so once again, if you underneath the video, you'll see a join button. No matter what platform you're using, you just have to click that, select your tier. Any tier is a good tier. That's why they've been given names of, how can I call them? Luminaries of the past, of West Ham past. But let's get on with the show. First of all, Sky. When I was on Sky, did I mention I was on Sky the other day, Chris?
I never realised you've ever been on Sky.
I know. It's my 10th appearance on Sky. It's pretty good, actually. But the other day, what's his name? Jay Bothroyd asked me, "Can you hold on to Jimmy Summerville?" And I said, "No, we can't." I said, "We'll have to get rid of a couple of people at the end of the season." And then in the comments, I'm going to start doing a comment show, by the way, for the comments that don't wind me up, but it just seems to be a little bit ill-informed when you look at the stuff that's out there. I watched Gio and Gonzo's show. I watched the one that Gio did with Kieran Maguire, my one from 3 days ago. There's been blanket coverage of how bad this situation is. And anyone that chooses not to hear that and thinks Sullivan's rich will be fine, no, you've got to stop thinking like that, because that ain't the case. This is like, you've got your mortgage to pay at the end of the month. You've got no money. Do you sell the car to try and make the mortgage payment? Well, you generally do, right? You'd rather do that than go homeless. And that is unfortunately the situation that he and Brady have put us in. We're in a really unsustainable situation, a horrible situation. And then we have it. We have a new member, Sparksy. Welcome aboard.
Hey, Sparksy. Love it.
So yes, this is a bad situation. The only way the sums are going to work is if we can sell a couple of our big players for good prices and start to address the cash flow situation. Right? There's much more to this than meets the eye. There is potentially a way through it, as Kieran alluded to on Gio's show the other day. But unfortunately, he looks at that from an accountant's perspective. We're a football team. So if you sell your best players, you're going to get relegated, right? So there's got to be some sort of balance happening here, especially if we do go down. But I don't think we will go down now, to be honest. We'll talk about that later. But anyway, look, the club is bleeding money. People shouldn't be saying things in the comments like, can you stop mentioning selling players because it's just giving Sullivan ideas? No. The only thing that's giving Sullivan ideas is the fucking perilous mess the finances are in. It ain't me.
Well, no, right? Of course it's not. I mean, I personally don't see how we can keep hold of him at this moment in time. We'll get into the summer if we stay up, because he's probably our most valuable or saleable asset, in truth, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Yeah.
Who else are you going to be able to sell that's going to get the kind of money in that we need? Like, realistically, there's not much. There really isn't, mate.
No. No. Well, I don't know. When you add it up, this is the thing. This is the maths that I've got to do next, right? It's quite an interesting set of maths, and that is, we had 200. We had a squad value of 200 and something million on paper, and a market value, transfer market reckons, of 300 and something million, right? I don't see it worth that much at all. And when I looked at transfer market, they counted Dizazi in that list.
Okay,
right.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a nonsense. You got to do some more detailed investigation to come up with the right answer. And also, you had all those future payments owing, and we've since bought a load of players, so there's loads more owing in the future. I worked it out to be about an extra 80 or 90 million. But then we owed future money on Kudus, and I think one instalment left on Paqueta. So when you take those off and you add the others on, I think there's a difference of about 50 million. I think I think so. 191 million becomes, I think, 240, 250 million in future payments owed. But I don't want this to be a finance show anyway, right? This is just, it was just responding to that point. Do we need to sell players? Yes, we fucking do. Sad, but we do. Right. So, okay. Let's go on to the next one, Chris. We'll start with a miserable one, and then we gradually work our way up to happiness.
I like happy. Mate. I like happy, to be honest with you. I can do it happy right now.
No, I do as well. So we need every bit of help we can get against Man City next week. And I think sometimes with Pep Guardiola stood there grinning and patting people on the back and giving your players cuddles and all that sort of stuff, fucking slimy git, right? I think that when they see him on the touchline, it bothers the players sometimes, right? He's going to be sitting up there in the stands looking down. He'd be like a little tiny pin up there, right? He's banned, Chris.
Well, you know what that feels like. I mean, look, I don't know whether that's going to make a huge amount of difference in truth. Because
hang on, shut up. Another member, West Ham old man. Welcome to the
West
membership.
Ham old man. Is that not you, Gal?
Shut up, Chris. Go on.
Sorry. Yeah, welcome, West Ham old man. But no, as I was saying, I think you look at Man City's position they're in right now, bearing in mind that they only got a point against Forest this week. For them right now, if they're going to be in this race, if they really are serious about trying to, compete with Arsenal to get the title, that becomes a must-win game for them. It does. So it's going to be an incredibly tough game, whatever way you look at it. And, I know I've said this a million times over. I don't believe in this whole kind of phrase of, free hits or dead rubber games, this and the other. I think all of them are cup finalists for us right now.
Sorry, Chris. You'll finish eventually. Jesdale 5990. Welcome aboard.
Welcome.
Go on, carry on, Chris.
No. So as I said, I think it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tough game regardless, mate.
It will be. We've got to expect to get nothing out of it, right? We've got to expect to get nothing out of it because they're going for the title. They're Man City. That he's all that big lump has to do up front. He's turn up and he scores 2 goals against us, right? They just fall at his feet, don't they? It's like
we say it all the time. We're sick and tired of West Ham playing the badge and not the team, right? I mean, yes, Man City have got a good team, but even so, I don't think they're as strong as they have been, in some previous years. I still think that maybe they are a little bit fragile in certain respects. I think defensively they can be a bit suspect. They can switch off at times. So we have to try to exploit that. So, like I always say, and typically every game that we play, Gal, I do not want to see us playing 5 at the back and sitting back deep, inviting the pressure on, because as soon as we do that against a team like Man City, like Arsenal, you're going to lose the game, right? They're going to break you down at some point and they will score and we'll end up losing. So I just want to see us attack teams week after week after week. I think that is our best form of defence. I say it all the time, but it's true.
Can I give Paul Houston 1530 a succinct answer? Yes, you're right. 170 million up from about 135, 140 at the moment. When you consider we've got to pay out 110 million in transfer fees plus the new addition, the payments on the new additions. So call it 120, 130 million that we've got to pay out this summer. Then you consider the interest, which on the debt that we've got, which was 22 million last summer. So call it 25 million this summer, right? Before you know it, you've chewed up 160 million of that. You've still got your fucking wage bill, which was 170 million last year, and you still got the other debts of the overdraft and the other one, the payday lender. I hope that answers your question, Paul. Yeah. Welcome aboard, Iron Disciple. Good to have you here. Good to have you here.
Yeah, always is. He's always got some very good comments to make, So yes,
indeed. And I'm gonna I do think Brady is going at the end of the season, says Randy. I do think once that's in motion, I think Sullivan goes as well. I'm going to talk about that after the show, very briefly. Without giving away any confidences that people have got in me at the moment. So, it's one thing I don't do. So that TV money's already been secured on the loan. Yeah, exactly. As I just said, it depends. Yeah, there's a variety of places that 170 million's gone. That means we've got to sell players. We've literally got to sell players. We can't do anything else. We're fucked. That's all right, Paul. Honestly, it's really difficult to get your head around. And it took me 5 days to collect all the data and do a proper analysis on these accounts. Not 5 days, 3 days. Right.
And you were all over that, to be fair.
Yeah.
You were all like us. It was all we were talking about for about a week.
Sorry, Chris, people keep interrupting you. Mr. Eddie, welcome aboard. Carry on, Chris.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I wasn't having a go at you. It was a compliment, if anything, mate.
Yeah,
I mean, you were entrenched in those accounts, mate. You really were.
I was. It was the most grim couple of weeks in recent times. I'm telling you, it really was. There was so much data because I wanted to look back at the old picture as well. I wanted to go back and I wanted to do an analysis, a proper analysis of what would have happened had we redeveloped Upton Park. How much would it have cost to build that stand, do the conversions? Probably about 35, 40 million, right?
Yeah.
So take that into account, and then plug in the rest of the numbers, scale it up proportionately according to, the number of seats increase because we go up to about 50 and see if we would have been better off. I bet we would.
Of course you would. I'll answer that question now. I mean, it's kind of obvious. I mean, you look at the London Stadium, right? Was it 62, 62 and a half? I can't remember exactly, right? We don't really feel that. Let's be honest. We don't really feel that. The numbers aren't accurate. And also, I think what you find is there are so many tourists. Nothing wrong with some now and again, right? We've all done it. We've all gone to other grounds and stuff in the past. But, Upton Park, if we would have extended that to that kind of number, say 50,000, 45, 50,000, you're talking about 45, 50,000 proper West Ham United supporters. As opposed to having I don't know, God knows how many corporate tickets. I know so many people that have got season tickets at West Ham that do not support West Ham. They don't. They just buy the tickets through their work and entertain their clients. I say entertain their clients. Not really a great deal of entertaining, is there, recently?
No, not at all.
But what I mean, though? It's just it's the point being is that, Upton Park, I mean, it's a rhetorical type of point, really, isn't it?
Oh, it absolutely is. So let's have a look at the Magassa, Souček, Fernandes midfield is looking good. And with Potts back, we can rotate those for their defence, looking covered in all areas, and up front when Pablo's back, we're covered up top as well, looking good. Yeah, I think I don't like a 3-man midfield. I think you swap them out, right? You swap them out. You have 2 in the middle. Otherwise, you deprive yourself of that precious extra man up front, which even when it's Wilson, who's not suited to that, it's better to have Wilson on the pitch than off the pitch, right? And take a 1-0 loss against City? No. I want to get a point out of it.
I wouldn't take a loss now. I mean, Christ,
I don't want to slaughter him, but I would take, when BS fucks off, I think West Ham will do much better. Yeah, look, we need somebody who comes in who can see. I once told this story of somebody that went to the playoff final against Blackpool and was sitting with David Dean of Arsenal, and he was admiring the claret and blue in front of him. We had 3/4 of Wembley, like we tend to have during every final. Not that we play in many finals, but David Dean, then of Arsenal, turned around to this guy and said, "It's the worst kept secret in football that, with the right backing, West Ham could be a giant." And I've always believed that. Yeah. There ain't many with a following like us based on fuck all success. Yeah. How many fans would Arsenal have with our success?
Yeah. Oh, mate, honestly, I agree with that 100%. And some people might say that as us, West Ham fans being arrogant or what. It's not at all. It's a fact. I mean, it is genuinely a fact. I think it's all there. It is all there for us to be a big, we are a big club already, but sadly, our owners have not taken advantage of the fact of that. They just simply haven't. No. Which is one of many reasons why they need to take a long walk off a short pier. I'm sick to the teeth of them, mate. I really am sick to the teeth of even mentioning the fucking shows, to be honest with you.
Totally. And a lot of that is going behind closed doors. I've got to be honest.
Yeah.
I'll talk a bit openly, but a bit more openly anyway. Not. Well, you'll see. If you join as a member, you'll see. But anyway, I've got a lot of stuff to share, including a video that I wasn't going to share. I recorded with someone who's recently been banned by Elon's lawyers on X. Let me put it like that.
Yeah. That was a good show. That's a good video.
Rog, you're one of only 2 other people to have seen it, Chris, and I'm gonna put it up for the members as soon as you get a certain number of members, right? Because it's worthwhile. It's very worthwhile. And that guy said he'll come back at any time. I'm not telling you who it is, but yeah, let's talk about Brentford tomorrow, Chris.
Yeah, let's, mate. Fancy. Well, let me start by saying, right, okay, you look at the results today in the FA Cup. So Port Vale went through, didn't they? I mean, what you're seeing is, like, so you had 2 Premier League teams that have been knocked out today.
Yeah, but you got Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City, right?
Yeah, I'm not talking about them. I'm not talking about them. What I'm saying is that there's every chance that, hypothetically, if we beat Brentford, that we could draw Port Vale in the quarterfinals. Right. I mean,
no, the Port Vale for Arsenal, you know that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they're especially reserved for Arsenal. But look, I think there are some interesting teams still left in there, aside from the obvious big teams, right? But I think, like most Premier League teams, they're all fielding their second string, aren't they, so far?
Yes.
That's what I've been noticing, and I think we will be no different in that respect because, I mean, honestly, we kind of need to save our key players for the big Premier League games. Well, they're all big, right? But we need to save them. What's that?
Oh, sorry, Chris. I don't know what I've done there.
Yeah,
yes, we do.
We need to.
The league is more important. Sadly, the league is much more important than Cup this year.
It is, but I would still like to see us have a good go at it. You know, we've not had much to kind of shout about this season, but I think a decent cup run, getting to the quarters, dare I say, even the semis would be incredible. And you know, we're 1-2 games away from those types. You know, so I kind of feel like it would be. I don't know. I don't think we should. I mean, Brentford will probably. I say, will Brentford play a lesser team? Maybe to an extent, they might do, but then they're in a more. I guess they're in a more.
Sorry, Chris. Stand aside. Welcome aboard, Kat. Welcome aboard.
There she is.
Good to have you here. Good to have you
here. Personal stalker. You're right.
Yeah.
Carry on. I think Brentford have probably got more of an opportunity to field a stronger team than we have because they're in no danger, are they? I mean, they could, in theory, qualify for Europe through the league position, maybe the Conference League, possibly. So maybe they will field a stronger team. I think they might do, actually. But I've got an idea of how we'll field our team tomorrow, and would I be happy with it? Honestly, no, not really. I wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't. But I'd rather go out the FA Cup and stay up at the moment. There was a time before I saw the finances, I didn't think that. I do think that now, sadly. I'm saying this thing here from Iron Disciple. Where is it? Sorry, I've lost a comment now. Bloody hell. That we wouldn't be. No, here we go. It's from Jason McKeekin. Sorry to burst your bubble, Gary. Upton Park, we wouldn't be in the state we're in. Come on, you Pablo. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Does that mean if we stayed at Upton Park, we'd be in a worse state or we'd be in a better state, Jason? Explain.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think with the Pablo thing, though, actually, on that point, that's been a real miss for us. A real miss for us, actually. Yeah. I felt that against Fulham. I thought he would have been ideal in that Fulham game. Callum Wilson didn't have the greatest of games because we haven't even spoken about it, have we? I think you did a debrief, didn't you, after the game with Pete?
Yeah, I was on minutes. Went on hours.
I was it, yeah. So I was on the train on the way back. I did briefly jump on and say hello. But yeah, I mean, I thought if we had a Pablo in that game, it would have offered us a little bit more further forward. Why you got this weird smile on your face? It's like
because it's just come back to me now. You spent most of your night stalking Jamie O'Hara on TalkSport, didn't you? Trying to get through.
No. All right, I'll share this with the chat then. Yeah. So basically, I've been on TalkSport a few times over the years. I've not been on it for probably about 2 or 3 years, to be honest with you. So I've not been on it for the last couple of years since I was doing YouTube with you, right? Yeah. Been on there before, and I've had a few kind of interesting conversations with him. He's honestly easy to break, that guy. You can really get him wound up easy. Yeah. So yeah, when Spurs lost the other day, I thought to myself, I'm going to phone in TalkSport, pretend I'm a Spurs fan, and then just basically give him some right at the very end. So I had it in my mind. I knew exactly what I was going to say, and I'm not going to share that with you because I'm still probably going to do this when they play Liverpool because I want to get that fucker. I don't like O'Hara. He's a knob. I know you'd love to say that to him live on air, but I know you can't. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But I've got an idea of what I want to say to him. But what actually happened was, so I phoned up TalkSport, and because I phoned up TalkSport on my personal number, they know who I am now. They say, "Oh, you're right, Chris. What do you want to talk about?" So I thought, well, Now, I'm a West Ham fan. I can't do that. So I used a different number to phone up TalkSport. So I've got an Android phone, my personal device. I've got another phone, which is an iPhone, which I also use sometimes. Not a drug dealer, by the way, in case you're wondering. So anyway, I used the other phone. I was on hold for like 33 minutes, and I got through. I was like buzzing. So the geezer answers the phone. He says, "Hi, yeah, you got through to TalkSport. What's your name? What do you want to talk about? Whatever." So I said my name was Chris. I didn't need to change that. And I said, "Yeah, big Spurs fan. I want to have a bit of a debate with O'Hara about X, Y, and Z, which I'm not going to talk about because I still have the intention of doing this." And he said, "No problem. We'll put you straight through after the next call." I was like, "Yes, get in there, right?" So I thought, I'm ready. I'm primed. I'm going to fucking take this geezer down. And honestly, as soon as he said that, stupidly, because the Android phones work differently, the Google phones work differently to the iPhones, I pushed the button on the side of the phone. I fucking hung up on the geezer.
Fuck's sake, Chris.
I was all prepped and ready to go and have a.
You could have recorded that. You could have recorded that and slapped it out, couldn't you? Would have been beautiful.
Honestly,
you'd have had Bobby Moorstand coming from every angle, like we're omnipresent.
Yeah. Like we were attacking him from every single angle. But no, honestly, it will happen. I suspect that I will do this after the Liverpool game, which I believe they're playing next, aren't they? So I would imagine they'll lose that game. And when they lose that game, that is my prime opportunity to really go in there, particularly if, Igor Tudor is still there. It would be incredible. Two-door, indoor and one out the other. Yeah. So I was a bit disappointed by that, but that wasn't the day of the Fulham game. That was the day after, wasn't it? Yeah, it was like, was Fulham? I can't remember. Honestly, what day did I go to Fulham? I can't remember. Was it Tuesday? Was it Tuesday? I can't remember, Gal.
I can't remember. This is awful, might have been Wednesday. Yeah. Might have been Wednesday. Might be Thursday.
No. Don't be daft, mate. We have memories ain't that bad. But yeah, it was a day after. And I'm loving the capitulation of Spurs right now. And you know what? Yeah. Even if we do go down, it's comedy gold watching some of their fans on social media right now.
I'll tell you what, there are some brilliant videos out there, like music videos and stuff like that. That geezer does Elton John. It's fucking priceless.
Yeah, that was good. That was really funny.
Honestly, I watched it 3 times. It's so good. It's Harry Redknapp introducing Elton John. These things, don't let the Spurs go down the league, isn't it? Don't let the Spurs go down. But he does it so well. He does it so well. It's brilliant. And there's a few of them, so they're quite good at laughing at themselves, unlike Arsenal.
Well, some of them are, Gal. Some of them are losing their shit. I mean, let's be honest. I think with Arsenal fans in general, predominantly most of them would lose their shit. With Spurs fans, I think it's probably more like a 70-30. Losing this shit.
Expressions who makes me laugh. Actually, he was doing his pieces, but he called Aaron Gay social services after that game.
I heard about that. He does make me laugh. I don't really understand much of what he's banging on about, but to be fair, he's quite funny. He is quite funny.
Claire, I called her Chair. Claire, we've been down the slump. Now we're coming up the other side. See, coming up the other side.
Yeah. We have to. It can't be all depressed.
We're going to beat City and have a run off the bounce. Well, I don't want to count my chickens. But yeah, me too. City love the London Stadium. Pass it on. Pass it around for fun, rather. No, not this time. This is where they're going to come unstuck for the first time in 10 years.
Well, it's going to have to happen at some point, mate. It's got to, isn't it? Why not?
No, we beat him. No. We beat him in the League Cup that time on pens, didn't we?
Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah, of course we did. Yeah, but that's the League Cup. That's the League Cup.
At the same time, we got hope as well. We continue to get extra favours like Palace beating Leeds. Yes. Yes, we do. Palace beating Spurs as well. Spurs losing to Liverpool. Oh, you're talking about this weekend. And Fulham beating Forest. I think Fulham can beat Forest. They're a good side. I mean, they made me a bit fearful the other night until we got hold of them in the second half. Spurs will lose to Liverpool. Palace beating Leeds. I reckon that's a tough one. I reckon that could be a draw.
Palace at home, are they? I don't know. Are they at home? Well, regardless, I think Palace are looking decent. Obviously, that result against Spurs the other day. I mean, Spurs are poor. And I think as soon as what's-his-face got sent off Van der Ven, which, by the way, is hilarious because as soon as the other fella comes back, he's back out for 3 games. It's just brilliant. They just can't seem to buy a win right now. Is it like 5 losses in a row for Spurs? 5 losses in a draw or something?
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Do you reckon, I did that thing with Jamie, what's his name, the other week, and the Leeds guy got on there, and the first thing he said was, I must be on the wrong podcast. I thought I was in the European qualifying for Europe podcast. So he might be getting instant karma. He might be getting instant karma for that. I thought it was funny at the time, but you can't make jokes about stuff like that, can you? Paul Sullivan.
It's a bit too early to say that. It's a bit too early. I watched that and I was like, do you know what, mate? You're still in it. I mean, you might have had a good result. You had a good result, I think, off the back of that weekend, didn't you, before you recorded that? I was thinking to myself, they're still very much in it, mate. They are.
I know. This is about crowds, about they get relegated. I remember Arsenal under Terry Neal getting 17,000 at home in the 80s when we had 28k at home to Notts County in the second division. Yeah. I mean, they got a luxury place to sit. I mean, it kind of the Premier League is what happened to Arsenal, isn't it? They got a big share of the big pot of money, and nobody else got. There was a time in the Premier League for the first God knows how many years where they got all the big players, and the other teams got none. And now it's kind of we can have our own big players as well, right? It wasn't always like that. Gazza, it does change. It does change too much. Hope we win tomorrow. Hoping the draw. We need Southampton. Yeah, Leeds or Port Vale to go. Yeah. Look, we one of them would be good, but like someone said in the comments earlier, getting the big boys to draw each other is like a wet dream. I can't see it, but you never know, do you? If it is random, which it ain't, they'll all be kept apart, right? They'll all be kept apart. One in each quarterfinal, right? I think after next weekend we'll be 1 point behind Spurs, 3 points behind Forest, 6 points behind Leeds. Yeah, I don't know. I've given up trying to bloody guess this stuff. It's almost impossible.
It kind of changes shape pretty much every week, doesn't it? Because these results some of these results are totally unexpected. Totally unexpected.
I was talking about that one there, right? We will get Liverpool at Anfield, and Chris will go. Yeah,
I only just came back from there, mate. I'm not going back up there again. No, thank you.
You say that now. We have an international break, so don't need to rest players. True. But it could also get us to lose our momentum a little bit, right? We don't.
No. It's true. No, that is true. You say losing if what do you mean? Like, if we played maybe some of our first team players in that cup game, why would it lose the momentum? Surely it would just maintain the momentum because they're in good form. Like, as an example, would you play, right? And let's talk about Brentford quickly because we were talking about Brentford before we got sidetracked. But
this is Paco Gemes. Yeah, you can see Gemes' influence. And while I don't know much about him, heard the name, looking into him is absolutely the reason for this change, along with the obvious. But yeah, look, he's anti-Nuno, and Nuno's anti-him. So in theory, having both of them on the coaching team is a healthy thing, right?
Yeah. Oh, well, it's made a massive difference. I mean, it has done. But look, let's talk about Brentford game anyway, Gal, right?
Yeah, go on.
I did do a lineup prediction.
Go on and shout it.
It's a prediction based off the fact that this is not the team that I want, but I think it's based off of what I think is going to happen, bearing in mind what other teams are doing and everything else, right? So this is what I think is going to happen. Do you like the Traore? Shall I say the Hulk on the left-hand side? Oh, sorry, our right-hand side.
That is literally to scale, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, I did this absolutely to scale. So, yeah, look, I mean, I do think the back four will change. I suspect that, Cole Walker-Peters will come in. I think Dinos will come in, which is a good thing. Yeah, it's a good thing. Obviously, the concern will be Kilman coming in, but I think it's inevitable that I think he will start. Although I'd like to think that, actually, that's the one thing. If Dinos comes in, which I imagine he will do because he didn't play the other day, just maybe carry on playing Dizazi with him, or maybe even Todibo, because Todibo only just came back, didn't he? So he's probably fit, and he's certainly fit. He's probably going to be a bit more fresher than Dizazi because he's played every game, over the last 4 or 5 games. So that's what I think the back four is going to be regardless. With Kilman in there and probably Ollie Scarles. Obviously, the Hulk right wing instead of Bowen. I think Bowen should be dropped anyway because the geezer's bang out of form. But also, we want him to hit form in the Premier League. So I think that this is the opportunity for Traore to step in.
So Wilson signed for a year.
Huh?
Wilson signed for a year, apparently.
Yeah, is that true? Why would we be signing him on a year contract now?
I've got someone else saying it as well. Hammer times 275. Okay. So, I don't know. It's a weird one. I suppose it'd be all right on the bench in the Premier League again, but it does kind of give you a reason to, mind you, he'd be third choice striker in theory, wouldn't he?
Well, yeah, he would be, providing everyone's fit. But anyway, going back to this lineup, so I think Potsy's back from his suspension now, so I think he's going to go and slot straight into the middle of the park alongside Magasso, who I think will play. I think Souček will play because I would imagine that they'll probably give him the captaincy. Would you think?
Yeah, I do. Absolutely, he's the captain behind Bowen for sure. Because JWP ain't here anymore, is he?
No, well, for me, he's not captain material anyway. And then, on the left-hand side, if we drop
it could be Mavropanos, right?
It could be him as well. And then, obviously, on the left-hand side, I mean, I don't know about this one. I saw him play at Burton, and he looked pretty much ineffective, but he didn't have a lot of the ball, and he didn't play the whole game. He's La Madrid, obviously, the Venezuelan Messi, and then Wilson up top. So that's what I think the lineup's going to be, Gal. Do you think it's going to be much different from that, or do you think that we will draft in some of the first teamers instead?
I think you bang on there. There might be a few kids thrown in, a sprinkling of Kante here and there. Maybe the other guy at the back as well, whose name I forget. The one who's played a few games. Come on, brain
Who?
work.
What are you talking about? Which one?
The young guy who plays centre half, stroke left back.
Oh, it's Ramirez.
Yeah. So I'm thinking centre half. Maybe he'll get a game.
Well, look, I'd be happy with that. I mean, I'd be happy if he played over Kilman. But yeah, I mean, in all honesty, that's my predicted lineup. I'm hoping that. See, the one that you kind of want in these games, the one that can turn a game is Summerville. But look, keep him on the bench, see how the game's playing out. And if we really are not in the game and we need someone to come on and, I don't know, create a bit of magic, then maybe that's when we bring in the likes of Summerville possibly, or maybe bring in Tatty or people like that. But I would imagine that we'll start with a team like that.
Last round, we brought Summerville on to win the game just at the end. I think it's the right thing to do in that sort of situation.
I just hope that we take it seriously though, Gary, because it's still a really good opportunity, mate. It's still a really, really good opportunity for us to progress and get to the quarterfinals.
It's a great draw. Any one at home is a good draw at this stage of the competition. And I think, as somebody says here, which is Ray, all right, we win tomorrow, and that keeps the momentum going forward for the City game. It does indeed. It absolutely does. I think that's why it's important. You want to keep this show on the road, didn't you? You want to keep rolling. You want to keep it going. Right?
Yeah, of course you do. And I would love to see us get to Wembley. I know Wembley, I don't think semi-finals should be played at Wembley, but I would love that, man. That'd be amazing. Yeah, decent draw.
Are they not? Have they taken them away from Wembley now?
No, they're at Wembley. The semis are at Wembley.
So. Yeah.
No, but I don't like that. But then even so, it'd still be a good day out. I think it takes away a little bit from the actual final when you play your semis at Wembley, doesn't it?
Oh, it does. But the thing is, anyone can win at Wembley. So I don't really care about that, to be honest. We can get a big boy at Wembley. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Now, Roberto, what have you seen him? Has he been around? Not Roberto, not that Roberto. Right. Let's talk about, what do you reckon the score's going to be? Give me your predictions, everyone in the chat. Give me your predictions for West Ham against Brentford.
Yeah, I mean, I think we might lose this one, Gary. I hope not, but I do think we might lose this one just purely because we're going to go a bit weaker. And I don't know, unless Nuno makes the changes quick enough to actually, I don't know, address it, then I would think that I can see us losing this one maybe by the odd goal, maybe like a 2-1 or a 1-0 or something like that. That's what I think. Yeah. I hope I'm wrong, obviously, but I think
we just continue our run against Brentford. We've won 100% of the games we've played them in the FA Cup so far. That's one.
Was it Ben Rama who scored against them last time, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
Great goal. Yeah.
Miles out it was. Miles out. Oh, everyone, a lot of people going lost, a lot of people going 0-0s and 1-0s, and maybe
Cat saying a 1-1 and then extra time. I don't think I could do that. I can't handle extra time. No, not again.
Oh, Chris, bloody hell. You know, there's a lot of positivity here, and I'm going to add to that positivity, Chris. I'm going to predict West Ham United 3.
3?
Yeah.
What, with that lineup? You reckon we're going to win by 3 goals?
Yeah, 3-1.
I've noticed you've been nicking my scoreline quite a lot recently. For a lot of these games, you've gone for 3-1s. Mate, I was never going to predict 3-1. I was never going to predict 3-1 for this one. Never.
No,
not with
the lineup, I must admit. But, you know, that's me. I'm flamboyant. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, of course you are. But at least your boy's back, isn't he? Mavropanos is back. So
Mavropanos is back, yeah. Oh, look, Claire's copying me. She's going.
Got to tell you, mate, Claire, you have been quite negative about most results. You've been quite negative about results this season, but recently Claire's been predicting a lot of wins.
She has, and she's got it right. We need to use this game as motivation after we got humiliated at home. Second worst performance. Yeah, we did actually. We need to get some revenge on bloody Brentford. Right, we need to put them to bed. Unfortunately, Thomas Frank ain't running them anymore, so it means that Thomas Frank just used to throw the FA Cup games. They were a completely different team who played us at their place than it was the ones we beat. Than who were playing the league. He didn't give a toss about cup. But anyway, look, let's talk about the final topic on the agenda, Chris, which is who's going to stay up. It's the battle for Lincoln City. The battle to Lincoln City. The road to Lincoln City, yeah?
Road to Lincoln City.
Yeah.
God, what a way to put it, yeah.
I know. So, should we just go sort of a couple of weekends in advance and see where we think we're going to go, yeah? And we'll just focus it around West Ham, Tottenham, Forest and Leeds, yeah?
I think those will be the only teams, mate, that are in it.
Yeah. So we can make it quite easy to manage. 1 minute. Let me pull up the fixtures. This is what I do. I pull up fixtures. Maybe later. Go away, BBC.
Jesus, I'll tell you what, Spurs, they really are in such bad form, aren't they?
I know.
Bloody hell. Oh, it's so sad to see, isn't it? 5 losses and a draw. I mean, 5 losses in a row, mate, and a draw. Do you know, here's a funny stat for you that I think Danny told me the other day, that Wolves have accumulated more points in 5 days this year than Spurs have the entire year. I mean, that just goes to show how bad Spurs really are.
I couldn't believe when I saw the highlight, because you told me to turn it on at half time when I missed all the goals, right? I couldn't believe how bad, when I saw the highlights, how bad Spurs were in that first half. They were awful, right? So let's go forward to, is there anything on Friday? No, Saturday. Okay, so who we got here? We got West Ham City, so we play first. The others wait till Sunday, obviously, so that's going to give them a bit of an advantage.
Can I just say, an 8 o'clock kickoff on a fucking Saturday? I mean, what's that all about? Like, seriously, it's ridiculous.
The Sky viewers do demand their little feed of Man City.
Such bullshit, mate. Honestly, I don't like 8 o'clock kickoffs on a Saturday. It just shouldn't be allowed. Should not be allowed at all.
Jason, that's what the Leeds player thought. But now Daniel Farker, their manager, is talking about they need 9 points for survival, or they need to, they're on 29, I think, or maybe more. I don't know, but they need to get to 38. He said, magic number, and that's what I said the other day on Sky. So I think that is what we need. We need 3 wins and a draw, in it, or 2 draws. 3 wins and a draw. 3 wins and 2 draws.
You know, I said this. I think a lot of people were saying like 4 wins or whatever. I do think. I mean, no, most people were saying that we needed 5 wins prior to the Fulham game. So basically 5 out of 10, which I just did not ever see ever. I don't think we could do that. But I also think that I think you're right, mate. I think maybe another 3 wins and a draw might see us all right.
They're 3 points ahead of us, Leeds. So if they did blow up, that's a hell of a blow up, right? First of all, they've got a winnable game in my eyes away to Palace. We'd see that as winnable. Forest are at home to Fulham. That is winnable. However, Fulham are a good side. Decent away. Liverpool v Spurs. There can only be one outcome of that game.
Yeah, but we said the same. We said the same about the City Forest game this week as well, didn't we? No one expected Forest to take a point from City. Like, I mean, I do believe that Liverpool will beat Spurs. Of course, I mean but you never know, do you? You never ever know. But Spurs right now, mate, they're I mean, to do is to dare, mate, isn't it? To do is to dare, but I don't think they're doing fuck all. So, yeah.
So when we look at this one, the following weekend, we've got, who we got? Fulham, Burnley, Man City, Palace, Everton. Bloody hell, where are they all? Leeds at home to Brentford in the evening. And then it's on Sunday for the rest of them. So we're away to Villa. Spurs are at home to Forest. Now that is
a massive game. That
is crunch game of all crunch games, that one there, isn't it?
It's almost like where it says underneath that English League Cup final, it should be above that. Above the Spurs Forest, because that is huge. I mean, that could dictate. Right, who stays up and who goes down. Right, is it going to be Spurs or is it going to be Forest? Particularly if we pick up maybe a point against City and 3 points against Villa. Let's say Spurs don't get anything in the next game or 2, and neither do Forest. That game could be massive. Could be absolutely massive.
Absolutely. And after that, we've got. Let's just do a few of them. We got Arsenal v Spurs. Well, they're going to lose that. They're still going for the title. We're going to get thumped. So there is a possibility here that Spurs lose the next 3, isn't there?
I'm loving Igor Tudor's work. I think
they've got Liverpool. They've got Liverpool, and then they've got who they got next week.
I don't know. You just had it, didn't you?
Spurs at home to Forest. I mean, there's every chance they're going to lose that, right? And then they're playing Arsenal.
Yeah, I know. The Forest game becomes must-win for them, doesn't it?
Yes, and we're playing. What's this Women's Super League in there? I think we're playing City. Mate. We're playing City, I think. City?
We've got City next.
No, we're playing Wolves. We're playing Wolves, what I'm talking about.
I think when you so let's not get too ahead of ourselves here, but I think if you look over the next 3 games that Spurs have got, they've got some very tough fixtures. But after that, I think the fixtures become a little bit, dare I say, easier for them. So I suppose from Tottenham's perspective, what they want to be doing is trying to get something out of the Liverpool game, maybe a point. They'll definitely want to be beating Forest. for sure. They want to get 3 from that. But really, I think they're going to be looking at their points accumulation coming towards the final 5 games of the season, because those games appear to be a little bit more winnable than the 3 games they've got, the next 3 games.
All right. But they've got Atletico away. They've got Liverpool away. They've got Atletico at home.
Yeah,
and a couple of days later, they've got Forest at home. And then after that, so that's March, right? In April, they've got away to Sunderland, not easy. At home to Brighton, again, not easy, but easier. Away to Wolves, definitely not easy, because Wolves are just winning for fun at the moment. At home, you got Villa, Spurs. Even if Wolves are relegated, they'll be right up for that, right? And they won't be relegated because they keep winning. Away to Villa, hard. Home to Leeds, hard. Unless Leeds are safe by then. Away to Chelsea, there's nothing Chelsea would want to do more than send Spurs down, right? At home to Everton on the last day of the season, David Moyes could relegate Tottenham.
Well, he could do, but they could get relegated before then, against Chelsea. But as I said, I do think, though, that some of those games in between, not necessarily the last 2 games, the last 2 games are tough, right? Everton at home, Chelsea away, that's tough. But some of those games, as you've got, like the Brighton game, the Sunderland game, I think those are the ones where they're going to try and target more points, because they're a little bit more realistically winnable than the likes of Liverpool away, for instance, aren't they?
Yeah. Let's have a quick look and see if Leeds have got any, what I'd say is tough ones. I mean, Brentford's always tough, but I'd favour them to win that, and they've got a chance against Palace. They're almost safe, right? They're almost safe if they do that. Away to Man U, they get nothing. Home to Wolves, they're probably going to win. Away to Bournemouth, they'll probably lose. Home to Burnley, they'll win. Away to Spurs, God knows what will happen there. Hopefully they'll win. No, they're staying up. Leeds are staying up.
I thought we were only looking at the next 3 games, Gal.
No, but they're staying up, right? They're staying up. We might as well do a proper investigation, Chris. I reckon. When you look at Forest, let's have a look at their games. So I think Spurs are the ones that are in trouble here. Forest at home to Midfield, right? At home to Fulham, winnable. Away to Midfield, that could hinder them. That Midfield one, couldn't it?
Well, it could do, but then equally could say the same thing about Atletico Madrid playing against Spurs as well. I mean, where's Spurs' priority going to be? Is it going to be trying to... Spurs are not going to win the fucking Champions League, are they? So they might as well just give up it now. They might as well just fuck it over and focus purely on the on the league.
But that's all the players care about, apparently.
Yeah, because they think that's probably it is. It's their only opportunity of actually winning something, isn't it? So why would they not? Yeah. But they've got to be realistic. There's not a chance in fucking hell. Even they're not going to get to a final, let alone win it. They're not good enough.
I'm trying to find reasons why Forest will get relegated, because Leeds, I can't find a reason why they get relegated. I don't think they're getting relegated, right? I think Spurs are in trouble if they don't back their ideas up. Forest, Fulham Forest head-to-head tends to be a draw. I looked, right? Home or away, it tends to be a draw. I don't know why. I think they're a bogey side. Forest Villa, it's a Midlands derby. All right, different part of the Midlands, but it's a Midlands derby. I don't like each other. Burnley. So they'd take great pleasure, Villa, in spanking them. Burnley's a win, right? Away to Sunderland. Well, again, it depends whether Sunderland's bucked their ideas up by now, but at the moment they're disappearing down the toilet, right? Away to Chelsea should be a loss. Home to Newcastle really should be a loss, but maybe not.
Well, Sunderland have turned it, though, didn't they? They did win it. They did win the last game, so I don't know. But then I think
they've got the games. I think they've got the games to get out of it. I've got to say, right? I don't think Spurs have.
Well, just look at it. Look at it based on form. Okay, look at it based on form over the last, let's say, 6 games. Okay, so you've got Spurs, like I said already. So they've lost 5 in a row, and they've drawn. Okay, so that was the best result they've had. I can't remember who they drew against. Then you got Forest, who've had a couple of draws, 3 losses. Right, so 3 losses, 3 draws, and then you got West Ham, 2 losses, 2 draws, 2 wins. Now, if we maintain that consistent run of form that we've got, even if it's look at the next 5 games, 2 losses, 2 draws, 2 wins, whatever, right? Then we stay up, and Spurs will most likely go down. So Spurs have really got to, I mean, I don't want them to, obviously.
No, they're in trouble, Spurs. They're literally trouble, mate. They've lost 5 on the spin. They've got 1 point out of 6 games. You look at Forest. I mean, they've got 3 draws. They're not much better, and they're shambolic, but they've done a little bit better than Spurs last time out. Not much, but apparently there was trouble at Forest. And what it was, Edu has been up to no good, and he's been let go now, right? Apparently, he's been causing all sorts of heartache, Edu, And that's why Nuno left, and that's why there's a lawsuit going on between Nuno and Forest at the moment, because some sort of unfair dismissal or something like that. I thought he resigned, but anyway.
Can I say one thing that stands in our favour when we're talking about Tottenham Hotspurs, right, is the fact that that ground right now is toxic. Their fans are totally disengaged from that team. And you can see that. And so are the players. But when you looked at the Palace game the other day, seriously, as soon as they scored that third goal and it was 3-1, that stadium was probably more than half empty. Now, that wouldn't happen at the London Stadium. It wouldn't happen. Not right now.
No,
West Ham fans, again, the connection between the fans and the team right now is probably as strong as it has been all season.
Yeah.
We wouldn't do that. So I do feel there's more unity within our club than there is at Spurs. And you say if Spurs lose their game against Liverpool, they are seriously, they are really, really in the shit. And I do think that could be a telling factor when it comes to who stays up and who goes down. Because what you need is unity. You need that to get together. It's not just with the team, but the team and the supporters. I think Spurs are going to be in real trouble. And personally, I think they will go down. And most Spurs fans that I've spoken to firmly believe that they will get relegated.
Kudus came from. I do too. Kudus came from. So that's who Forest have got, right? Oh, not them. Yeah, I think so. I think the one we were supposed to get went there as well. 20,000 leagues under the sea, like their boat is, and not win one of those at the moment. Yeah, I mean, Sunderland have 40 points. We're not including Sunderland in that. If you look at the league, everyone else apart from us four are out of it. They're safe. They're on either 37 or 38. They need one more win to be guaranteed safety. So we rule them out, right?
Yeah, they're fine, mate. They're absolutely fine.
But Leeds will be banging trouble if they don't beat Burnley Wolves. Yes, they would be. And who knows? With Wolves, they're a funny old side. They're going around beating teams at the moment after having a really terrible season with that new manager, newish. Forest played them already and lost 3-1. Oh, God. Yeah, so that's the thing that could really batter them into submission going into Europe and getting knocked out. Same with Spurs, right? Because that's the last great hope for their players.
It's another good point here as well, right? So I think you've got this one up here. Okay. Spurs players come back from injury, because a lot of Tottenham fans are talking about this. They've got they've got a ton of players coming out, out injured, but they will be coming back. I think Kudus comes back in about a month, but it's going to be too late. And also, you know what it's like when players come back from injury; it takes them a little while to get back up to speed again. So I don't think it makes a really huge amount of difference. I just don't.
Yes. What's this one here? Mandy says, "Who has most players affected by Ramadan? Really? Is it Spurs again?"
I don't know. They've got, Jed Spence is one, isn't he? I know he is. Who else is there? There's Mohamed Kudus, but he's obviously injured. I can't think of everyone in their squad, to be fair. I don't actually know. I don't even know why I'm trying to attempt it. I don't know. Honestly, I don't really care. As long as Tottenham keep losing, I'm happy.
Yeah, no, damn right. So, just joined. Welcome. First game, Biggles Hammer. First game is 67. Love the content. Thank you. Welcome aboard. So let's leave that one there. We'll do a show before City anyway, and we're going to do some daily ones anyway. Got some interesting stuff to talk about soon. Going to do a quick members show after this immediately. Just be me, because Chris is going because he's not feeling well. But I don't know how that got up there. Right. Anyway.
I'll tell you what, you'd have to be very, very quick there if you were going to do a screen grab on that. Jesus. Even
News of the World, 1982. Yeah, it's all right. It's freely available. Anyway. So let's quickly wrap up. Let me pull up my things. Oh, by the way, one more call to action. Hammers United are desperate for help from as many people as possible who can go via the supporters club, just near the swimming pool in the university building there.
It's the other side, isn't it? Just to clarify, because I think people get slightly confused about where
as you're going down the main walkway into the front of the stadium. You turn left and you go past the swimming pool, past that event place on the side on the side where it used to be, and it's like the next building along, big building on the right.
The nearest entrance to the ground where the supporters building is the actual one, which is literally right next to the club shop. So the club shop is to the left hand side, isn't it? Yeah, it's that entrance there. So yeah, you can just literally pop in there, grab some cards, and go and start handing them out.
And even if you're not a member in a supporters club, it don't matter. Just tell the girls on reception you're there to collect some cards. They'll direct you to Paul Goldburn or whoever's around giving them out. Grab yourself as many as you want. Take them into the ground and give them out. They're very easy to give out now. Very easy. People know what it's all about, right? So it was difficult to start with, but not anymore.
Yeah, they're easy to give out. I think just be a little bit clever about how you bring them in.
Well, no, they have said, by the way, they have said, and I've been through, and people have found them. As the cat did it before. She had a big load in her bag. They searched her bag, moved the cards out of the way, and looked below. Right, they have said publicly that they're not looking to take them cards away. So, you know, we'll
Sorry,
see.
just a quick one addressing this again. Do you have to be a member to get in the supporters club? No,
no, you don't.
You can just go in there and say you want some red cards, and they'll let you in. You get your batch of red cards, and off you go. It's fine.
Yeah. There's the way it works in there. You got a couple of security on the door. You just say you come to collect some cards. You'll go around. There's a couple of girls there who sign you in and stuff. You say come to collect some red cards. They'll just show you in to pull, get some cards, go on your merry way. And you can look at the supporters club while you're there, because it's quite a good place to go. Actually, it's all right. But yeah, desperately, if you can make that in any way, shape, or form, please make the effort, because they need your help tomorrow. There's lots of cards to give out.
Is it not a 7:30 kickoff tomorrow? I think it is, isn't it?
I haven't got a clue.
Yeah, it's,
I'm not
it's 7:30 kickoff tomorrow. So yeah, a little bit earlier. Actually, I quite like that, to be honest with you, 7:30. At least you get home at a relatively decent time, don't you?
You can get to the supporters club. It's open from 4:00. You can go there whenever you like, right? Be loads of people there willing to help you out. So one more time as well. Going to do a quick live show for members. There's going to be lots of member-only content and early released members shows that come out the following morning, like our normal shows that we record at night. We just release them at night to the members. So if you can join, please, we'd love that. And also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. Either here on YouTube or on Spotify or wherever you get us. Hit like, hit the bell notification icons to get informed of new shows, and hype. Got a hype, ain't you, Chris? You got a hype. You've always, if you get a like, you got a hype as well at the same time. I think you only get 3 hypes a week. Yeah, you only get 3 hypes a week. Hold up, just a quick question here from West Ham Old Man. Question: Spurs relegated or West Ham reach FA Cup final? Honestly, Spurs. That's a tough one, actually. No, I'm taking the FA Cup final. As long as it ain't West Ham getting relegated, I'm taking the FA Cup final. But that's reaching the FA Cup final, not winning the FA Cup. No, but that's fine. I'll do that. I like a day out. Well done, Cat. Well done, Cat. Very, very good. It's a good question, though. It's a really good question. Yeah, I mean, Spurs going down. Let's be honest. It'll be bloody hilarious. It will be so funny seeing them go down. But they've got the clout to get back up again, though. My primary concern is West Ham, right? Of course it is, mate. And as is yours. So if anything else can happen, there's a bonus to that. Brilliant, but it ain't going to be my primary concern. Well, I've said all along, right? This is my West Ham wet dream at the moment is for Spurs to go down, West Ham to stay up, Arsenal to bottle the league, and to really top it off and have the ultimate wet dream of all wet dreams would be to West Ham win the FA Cup final as well. Unbelievable, mate. But I do genuinely believe. I still think Arsenal are going to bottle the league, mate, as well. Not that I'm particularly bothered about it. I'm more focused on us, but I think they will bottle it. They seem to think they've already got it sewn up, mate. I think they have. They are letting me in. After tomorrow, I can call up the ticket office and plead with them to re-enable my tickets, right? So good news. I'll be back for Saturday, Sunday, whenever it is. That was Saturday, isn't it? 8:00. That was heaven right there. It was. And are you going to Boreham Wood next? Who, me? Yeah, I am. You are, Chris. Cool. Mate, come on now. You know. I can't even buy tickets, right? I was going to go, but I can't even. I'm banned from the shops. I'm banned from buying tickets. I'm banned from fucking everything, right? Well, you're an absolute wrong, aren't you, mate? That's the reason why. But yeah, Boreham with the free tickets they were, mate. You just apply for them, and so you could have got them. Actually, you could have got them, Gal. Surely you could have gone onto the. I could have. I'll try again this week. They won't be sold out, will they? No, I think they're all gone, mate. They're all gone. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are. Yeah. Pretty sure I'll get one. Yeah, to go for a ballot to get them. Yeah. A £3 billion stadium in the Championship. But it does have go-karting facilities and abseiling, right? And, and it can host NFL as well. So it'd be fantastic. There was a ballot. Yeah, there was a ballot and didn't get tickets. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, people are asking for them on Facebook, I noticed, actually. Yeah, not everyone. Yeah, it was a ballot. We got a couple of tickets. Fair to say I'm not going. Yeah, well, there are true supporters, and then there's Gary, So I'll tell you what, it's going to feel really strange going back to football. It's going to feel really strange. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sit in a Bobby Moore lower this time. Stand in the Bobby Moore. Do you know what, mate? Seriously, get your ass back in there. Get your ass back in there. Get amongst it. Seriously, I can see now. So I'm going to just sell those other tickets for the rest of the season. Get used to not sitting there because what's the fucking point? There is no point, mate. There is zero atmosphere where you sit. Nothing at all. There is nothing. There's no. Look at this. Kat says she went to every under-21 game and didn't get tickets. So they don't give you any points at all for buying them.
No, but there's no recognition for that, though, is there? No, it's just pure luck on that one. Yeah.
Yeah. What's this? Youth games, no fun now, Sullivan. Ordered the chat to be switched off. What was that? Was it streaming live to the telly?
No, YouTube. It was on YouTube.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. I'm not doing a live commentary for that. No. My
the Bournemouth game, no?
No, my watch-along games are over. My watch-along days are over for now. There's only one free Gary. There is
until he gets banned again. Yeah,
exactly. No, I'm never going to take wallpaper into that ground again, Chris. You can bank on that. I'll be a good boy from now on. Keep your nose clean.
I get people asking me all the time at the ground. It's like, when's Gary back? I was like,
yeah.
I don't know. He's doing his watch-alongs at the minute, but yeah, you've got one more game left now, haven't you? So you'll be back soon. Yeah,
right, I'll be back at 2 members in a minute as soon as I can figure out how to go live without StreamYard. It'd be fun, wouldn't it? All right,
cool.
Thank you for joining. Thank you, Claire, for sorting out the any wrong uns that might have come into the comments tonight. Thanks for all your lovely comments, everyone at home. Cheers, Chris. See you soon.
Come on, your ones.